This was supposed to be just a studio gun review, but we got carried away.
When the UK's Fierce importer first spoke to me about reviewing this, I must admit I was a little bit excited. Usually, I'm a grade 5 wood, lots of shiny engraving kind of guy. But when it comes to rifles, they don't get much cooler than this. This is a Fierce CT Edge. Before we look over this rifle, it needs to be said that the name Fierce Firearms is one of the coolest names out there. The only one that would be cooler would be Dangerous Firearms, but that has strange connotations. At the back you have a limb saver pad that's obviously going to be beneficial, seeing as this rifle, naked, without scope, moderator or sling, is under £6. That's pretty wild. And that is really because of some of its parts. You have a carbon fibre stock, they're C3 carbon fibre stock. Multiple different patterns are available. I like the height of the comb. Everything about this rifle actually lends itself to shoot really well. And if you're going to make a rifle at this price point, which in the UK full retail is £5,500, you can't be missing out on things, and they haven't. The grip is nice, it's palm swelled, you've got a nice cut in there for the back of your thumb. It does fit the hand extremely well. The trigger brakes are exceptional, as you'll see when we shoot it in a minute. It's just a shade under £2, it's extremely clean, like it's a proper professional trigger. The CT Edge has a titanium action. That is pretty special. And as actions go, it is a Seiko clone action. So you have a 3-lug bolt there, and it's a controlled round feed, or almost a controlled round feed with a mechanical ejector. That is quite handy. In terms of reliability, ruggedness, the fact that this rifle is designed to take up into the mountains through the mud and the dust and survive, that's pretty good. You have a spiral fluted bolt, and when you buy one of these, it comes with a bolt tool to take this apart to clean and service. The bolt handle is long and knurled. It's got a 70-degree bolt throw, and that does appear a little longer where you've got quite a long bolt handle, but to be honest, it's really quite sweet. It's a real 2-finger, flicky, uppy, sweezy, easy job. You have a little bit of branding on the bolt shroud there. I know that that's one of those pathetic things that no one's going to care about, but it is just one of those indicators of attention to detail that these guys are all over. In the safety catch here, you might be able to see that it actually operates as a firing pin block. So instead of just a sear block, like some of the cheaper safeties out there, this rifle has, I don't know, an added layer of protection. You can open the bolt with the safety on. It's a 3-position by pressing the little badge in front there, little button in front there. That lever comes up and you can open the bolt to extract your round without taking the safety off. The bolt is released with this little button on the side here. Again, it is very much the Seiko 85 clone. Strangely, for a mountain rifle, it has a detachable magazine, but actually that's going to really increase its appeal for the UK market, certainly. And it doesn't add a great deal of extra weight, given that this is a shade under 5 ounces. It also has the cool Fierce branding. The third feature on this rifle that is amazing, after the carbon fibre stock and the titanium action, is the Fierce Carbon C3 barrel. It's a fully stress-relieved barrel. It is unbelievably accurate. All inside a nice carbon fibre wrap. So you get the bull barrel look and some of its benefits, but without the weight. It's quite sweet. Fierce also sells spare barrels, so as you go on through this rifle's life, you can get it rebarreled with the correct barrel for it, which is quite smart. They give this rifle a half MOA accuracy guarantee. That's a ½ at 100 yard accuracy guarantee. That's pretty sweet. Most people are offering a 1" now, which comes as standard with just about every manufacturer. But a ½ that is special. And as you see, we're going to pop to the range and test this out.
This gun is fitted with Tally rings, which are renowned as some of the best in the business. They might be alloy, but they are hard anodized to 65 Rockwell, making them pretty comparable to a steel ring, but without the weight. I had these rings on my old Tikka, and they were awesome.
This rifle particularly is chambered in 308. It comes in a huge variety of chamberings, obviously including 6.5 Creedmoor and plenty of Magnum options. The thing that strikes me most about it is just how smooth this rifle is to operate the bolt on. I know that it's not a great indicator of quality because actually all that matters is that it locks up correctly inside here. But if you can get this back end right, that front end surely is right too. It's smooth, it's sweet. And hey, its shoulder's really nice too, if a little bit short for giant men. Guys, let's take this over to the Fonthill Estate in Wiltshire and give it a whirl. So we're here in beautiful Wiltshire and we're going to test out this Fierce. Target out to 250, seem fair. So you know I'm more of a traditional rifle guy, generally speaking.
Yes.
I think that has all of the beauty and lines of a traditional rifle. That's what really appealed to it. All the tactical without the tactical.
It is a nice looking rifle.
Do you fancy a competition? There's no getting out of it. If you
Yes.
said no.
No, video over. Yeah. Yes, let's do it.
You own your own Fierce, don't you?
I do own my own Fierce.
Is this it?
This is it.
This is
my
actually your own Fierce.
This is my
You lent me your own Fierce to
I lent
review.
you my own rifle.
193 yards.
The weather started to roll in, and the wind turned long-range groups into a tougher task than normal.
220 yards.
But that didn't stop our excuses.
I did just have a car accident, if I haven't mentioned that.
Right then, because rifle fit matters and I am slightly taller than average, mate, I'm going to put the little boot on. Not to say their spec is inadequate, but it is.
Are you a bit taller than other people?
No,
No, I think you were.
no. Have you had a car crash? No.
No, I haven't had a car crash.
The rifle felt lovely and shot well. But these conditions were not best for showing its true potential.
Wind.
Wind, all about the wind.
So we packed up and found some lunch.
Do different people have different zeros?
I think so. We're different physiologically. You stuck a pad on the back.
I hit it.
In my experience, it's not that common that people are miles away, but I think people are definitely.
Here or there. The video was supposed to end here. However, Rich, over there, offered the chance to go out and actually use this rifle in anger. We're going to go and try and find some deer. So we're about 3 weeks later, just at the end of the row rut. Let's go and have some fun.
Unlike last time, I'm actually shooting well today. Easily half MOA at 100 yards. Wasn't zeroed, just slightly off where I took it with match last time, I think. These are Barnes 130 grain. That's the after adjustment, which I'm happy with. Warmer barrel, still sub MOA. Much better, much less embarrassing.
Are you saying that rifles don't shoot themselves?
Maybe.
That's awkward.
Yeah, it does require you can actually shoot half MOA to prove a rifle does half MOA. But luckily, they come with a shot card in every rifle box. So they've proved it. They give you the load or the factory information if it's factory ammo, but they will shoot half MOA, subject to the shooter being capable.
With a challenge laid down, I thought I would try my hand at another group. How did I do?
Rifle zeroed. We are now going to head down the way, round the back with the wind, try and find some deer.
Are you feeling lucky?
Am I feeling lucky? I am, punk. Yeah. I always feel lucky, Johnny. I work in the gun trade. Everyone's lucky who works in the gun trade. It's great, isn't it?
Lucky to be alive.
Yeah. Living the dream.
Hunting deer in the south of England is a pretty simple concept. You walk around slowly, looking for deer, up tracks, across farmland, in hedgerows and woods. until you eventually spot something.
This next field where they're likely to be. Wind's completely wrong. It's not where we were going to go today. But we've just seen the landowner and he said he's just in a load of fallow in this field coming up on the left. You never know. We'll have to look anyway.
When you're there, it's an all-engaging, almost meditative experience. But visually, here on YouTube, it's hard to convey any of that. It wasn't long before we had seen a couple of muntjac. But they disappeared as quickly as they presented themselves, which for a muntjac is pretty standard. Of course, it didn't help that we spent most of the evening talking, as friends do, and not really looking for deer. Although it's become a recurring joke, Rich was in a horrific car crash earlier this year. So a lightweight rifle means he can still stalk as long and as hard as he did before.
I've owned this rifle for about a year. It's more at home on mountains. That's what lightweight carbon fibre stock rifles with titanium actions are designed for. It's light, I like carrying it around in the English countryside, and if I do ever go and do said mountain hunt or plains game or whatever else, it's going to be really nice carrying that around as well. I'm not getting any thinner or fitter, so having something light that doesn't hurt my shoulder after a day wandering around is nice. You spend more time carrying a rifle on your shoulder than you do anything else, so yes, weight is definitely a consideration. It's accurate, it's bomb-proof, it's got everything you could possibly want. It's beautifully made, it's half ammo accuracy guaranteed. There is literally nothing I could think of to improve this rifle. Favourite thing is titanium action, because I just think that's awesome and no one else does it.
Walking back to the truck, talking normally, and with half our gear packed away, I spotted a silhouette.
Well, we're out for the deer today, but that didn't happen much. It's a working farm, so foxes are controlled here. And Johnny did spot one right last light. I'd already put my tripod down, which was slightly foolish, but to be fair, it's pretty dark. And precariously balanced off a post. Proof's in the pudding. Fox is down, happy with the shot. Young one by the looks of it. Yeah, successful outing.
Doesn't taste as good as venison.
It does not taste as good as venison, no. Do you want to eat that dog? No, Bruce isn't interested either. Oh well.
So for a long time, the only rifles like this really were the ones that you'd build yourself or pay someone an exorbitant amount of money to build for you. Those that were on the market were probably overpriced, I think we can say. But technology's got better, and as such, these rifles, these carbon lightweight mountain rifles that are still superbly accurate, are becoming and have become way more affordable. Affordable doesn't mean cheap, but it does mean good value. You've got to think about where the market sits. And for the £5,000 mark, there are some great options. And this is one of them. And that's as much as we can say for it, right? If you want a super lightweight hunting rifle with some really cool features, carbon fiber stock, carbon fiber barrel, titanium action, pretty much machined to the best tolerances on the market, this has got to be up there in your choices list. That, and it looks epic. And I know that's not a genuine reason to buy a gun, but it is. It certainly is. Guys, take care. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.